Yeah, I'm not saying you don't have to not rap. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not saying don't rap. Like as long as it's good, we don't need any more bad rappers out there because we've been to Hartford and whatnot, but like, it's cool to like black people, but just remember that you're a white person. Perfect. I'm watching this movie, It Comes at Night, but it's so barely bones enough of an attempt to create like this unique world, and it's trying to do something different where you don't see the monster. Isn't that different? And the reason I watched this movie is because I wanted good female actresses to enjoy. And Haley Keough has been particularly interesting lately. And she did deliver in this film particularly well. But she's also only had one scene up until the point that I'm in. And I'm not really too interested in continuing with this movie. Problem is, I'm not really sure what movie he's to be showing y'all. Because I think I should just let y'all like go out and discover movies on your own. I don't want to be doing this thing what I did with like Color Out of Space all the time. Where I take a movie that I don't like just because it's seemingly taking away from a movie I do like Mandy, which is a movie I think that a lot of people should watch, but I don't think it's a movie a lot of people are going to be enjoying the way I do. It's so visually trippy that you have to be very ready for the experience going in. And I tried showing it to a friend, and I know they were interested, but maybe uncomfortable with some of the things. This was 5 stars, and then somebody called his giant axe, that giant axe, a penis. And it went down to 4 stars with a spit on it. I didn't even want to spit on Mandy. I don't want to spit on Mandy. Because I'm just like, I could have just said fuck you to that guy and then been done with it. But like, hey, god damn it. You made me mad. You made me mad. You don't know how mad a penis gets me. Ooh. Ooh. Because Nosferatu is a likewise perfect film. Even if I don't love Nosferatu, I've seen Nosferatu twice. I watched it once with my dad's girlfriend. She wasn't as into it as I was. That was a weird movie to choose to watch at the age of 13, but whatever, I kind of liked it. I was even creeped out by the whole rat thing. But, the worst thing that ever happened is that scene with that beautiful black archway, as Nosferatu enters it, somebody told me that was supposed to be a penis. Because they don't know what a Middle Eastern doorway looks like. They've never been to the Middle East and probably have never Googled the Middle East. But if you just give one quick search, I don't want to tell you that you don't have to interpret something as a penis or not. But if you want the dick so bad, then I'm going to put my penis up your penis, and then we'll see who has a vagina.
Get some help.
Alright, let's just toss this in Robert Eggers' email and see if we got ourselves a new job on that Nosferatu movie. Oh, what is he still doing the Nosferatu movie? Because it says that he's doing something called The Northman. Wait, Anya
like a cool monster hunting bike.
Anya Taylor-Joy from also the one?
It's got a cool
The last one, right? Yeah, she was the witch. She hasn't done much since The Witch, so this is very exciting. Oh, she did Split since The Witch. She did this one. I'll watch that one. I don't know. I want to hang out with people so bad. It's not like the doorway looks any more like a penis than a vagina. You get it? You get me? They have 2 sides too, and he's entering. You don't just walk into a penis. You gotta, you don't stroll into the vagina either, but you could. I've seen some people stroll out of them. I once went for a walk. I'm gonna tell you right now. Haley Keough's name is not Riley Keough. Haley Keough. And I think y'all can see why I got that one wrong. Calling Tommy Chong Tommy Chang was a little more shameful. But let's focus on Haley Keough for now. Let's not focus on my level of dialogue, my dialectical intelligence, you know? Haley Keough, well, the reason I was so interested in seeing this movie because of her is because I'm trying to beef up on female actresses that I like. And because I already have a bunch of male actors in mind for, like, good actors, you know? And the list of female actresses I'm gonna is from, like, modern decades. Lupita Nyong'o was just so immaculate at doing that doubling in Us. I fucking love any example of, like, characters doing two characters in a movie. Logan Lucky's honestly pretty cool. It's Steven Soderbergh. Steven Soderbergh made that on his own, and that's really impressive for something that looks so good and sounds so good. Like, I'd say it's like only an average film, but it's a really solid average film. It's one I'd want to rewatch more than I gave it at that one viewing. It's got a lot of really good characterization, especially and it's Steven Soderbergh, so it's got all this great writing behind it, you know? Like, I didn't even know Channing Tatum before I saw him in this movie. I swear to Christ. Like, you know what I seen him as? I seen him as the BDSM slave in This Is the End. And that's a shit right there. I tried watching it recently. I got maybe like 20 minutes in. I got to the scene where it started to end, and I'm like, oh, that does not hold up at all. Logan Lucky is gonna hold up. You know? It's like, you could toss little analogies into every shot, you know? That's something that I appreciate about Soderbergh. He really thinks out about how to frame a scene. And, there's The Man with the Golden... You know that movie, The Man with the Golden Arm? That's something that's also a recurring feature throughout film. And he's Adam Driver. They were just like, hey, let's do a very small amount of CGI scenes where he has no hands. That's fine. And then we'll just put this little gauntlet on him. That's much better. But I mentioned that the first half is pretty slow. I'd say that Steven Soderbergh is really good at writing these kinds of heists and also crime features. And Soderbergh can just, like, catch you off guard whenever he wants, because, like, he doesn't need to show you something, because he knows how to do a heist. People parody his heists plenty. I gotta turn this shit off. Yeah, could I get... Hi, could I get the, oh god, what was it called? Could I get the double stacker king with Impossible Whopper buns instead, burgers? Hey, yes. No. Just like a regular Impossible Whopper, but instead of mayonnaise, stacker sauce. Can I make it a meal with the Dr. Pepper? Medium? All right, that should be it. All right, thank you. That one's just a bunch of that. I wanted bacon on that burger, but I had it.
Hi, 954?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't use the mask in a drive-thru. I'm an asshole. Thank you. Thank you. You too. Whoa. That's the burger right there, fucking with it. Actually, let's go left. I know we're not really far enough left for that, but who cares? Who cares? It's like kind of stupid to try and boost the amount of blue I'm catching in the entire state of Connecticut. Look at that sky. Have you ever seen a video of mine that has not looked like that? I can go back. Please, I recommend you do. Burger King is for people who like mayonnaise. Alright, have you ever been confused why people like Burger King? It's because they like mayonnaise. They put it on all of their burgers. I've been working there for about 2 weeks now, and I've realized that it's not that it's bad. It's just for a particular person. Mayonnaise people. There are a lot of people who like mayo. There are people who will like put that on everything, you know? So there is a market. It's a niche that it applies to a large group of people. Mayonnaise is like a ketchup in that regard, you know? Ketchup is for anyone. Mayonnaise is for people who like Burger King, okay? It makes sense now. What doesn't make sense is Wendy's. I don't get it. I literally do not get it. Because it's not as good as McDonald's, and it's not as affordable as McDonald's. If you want to spend money on your burger, there's a Five Guys across the street.
What I need for you to do, Big Dame, is slide down to Five Guys Burgers and Fries and get yourself that double cheeseburger, player.
But that's it, hit guy. That's it. That's the fucking thing. I figured out every other fucking restaurant, but Wendy's. It's me and Wendy. We have this big beef now, and they want to charge me $23. Wendy's wants to charge me $23. That's not as expensive as Five Guys. Because I want a milkshake. I want a milkshake because they say they got good milkshakes. It's fine. It's a milkshake. It's milk and ice cream. I could go to a restaurant. In terms of logos, since I've now British the entirety of the four main fast foods that I can encounter in the state of Connecticut, the entire culture of Connecticut is designed around corporatization. I don't know if you saw this. There's an article last week that popped up. This is probably for me because I just reviewed Raging Bull twice last week. Robert De Niro tried starting a small business and is run out of money. The poor guy. Oh, bastard. Shouldn't have tried to compete with that Walmart, you know? You never had a chance. Yeah, I guess all there's left to do at Walmart is to actually go in, but like, why? Finally. I was tired of waiting in lines.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, it's your man Dame drops back in with another super official